Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the session. A very, very good evening, first of all. In the previous class, we have understood the reshape function. And in today's class, also, we'll be having some of the understanding of reshape function. And once you're complete with that, we can move on to the next topic. Okay, so quickly, we'll understand. Okay, so yesterday, I taught you how to convert a 1D array into a 2D array, right? Now, in today's class, let's say I want to convert a 1D array into 3D array. Okay, so exact same thing. Let me take one more example where okay, first of all, since this is a new session, I am supposed to import the NumPy, convert 1D array into 3D array. Okay, to do that, first of all, let us import the NumPy, import NumPy as NP, x is equal to NP dot a range, and let me write, let's say 20. Okay, again, so now you can see this is again a 1D array, right? So if I basically run it, quickly, let me just access the group chat. Yes. So this is a range function, right? Now, first of all, let us print the original array. So let me print here original array. And let me print the x. So let us run it. Okay, you're able to see the original array now. Now, what is supposed to do is I want to find you, I want you everyone to answer in the chat box. What is the factors of 20? What are the factors of 20? But it should be three factors. Now, since something multiplied by something multiplied by something, because we are supposed to convert into a 3D array now. So that is the reason you are supposed to write in such a way that the factors of 20 should be something multiplied by something multiplied by something. Okay, first thing what I'll do is I'll mention 5 into 4 or 5 comma 4, right? So can I say 5 comma 4 is a factor? Yes, 5 comma 4 is a factor. But this is converting into a 2D array. But if I want to convert into a 3D array, you're mentioning 5. I mean, 4 can be mentioned as 2 comma 2 as well, right? So you're mentioning 2 comma 2. So what happened? You are getting 5 inner arrays. You're getting in that 5 inner arrays, you have 2 rows each and 2 columns each. Correct? So to convert it, let us use the reshape function. Let me put that into a reshaped variable x dot reshape. And inside that, you're providing the values. That is, let's say 5 comma 2 comma 2. And print reshaped array comma reshaped and run it. Okay. So you're able to see we have a original array now, right? We have original array. We have a 1D array here, and we have converted into a 3D array where we can see each inner arrays. I mean, how many inner arrays we have? 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. So inner arrays we have 5, and for each inner arrays we have 2 rows and 2 columns. That means the meaning of 5 comma 2 comma 2. Now, if I wanted to create 2 inner arrays and let's say 5 rows and 2 columns, this also can be one of the example. So let me mention 2 first, then 5, then 2. This also is correct. Okay, so to check the dimension, you can mention the ndim here to check what is the dimension of it. You're able to see reshaped array is 3 dimension or 3, basically 3 dimension, right? So this is what we are understanding with the help of a 3D, I mean, a conversion of 1D array into a 3D array using a reshape function. Now, let's say I want you to do it by yourself. I'll be sharing this particular thing. Yes. Everybody, yeah, now you are supposed to tell me something where you are supposed to convert a 1D array into a 3D array. Okay. Now we have a 1D array here. Okay. This is called, I mean, sorry, this is a 2D array. I'm really sorry. Let's convert a 2D array into a 3D array. Now we have understood how to convert 1D array into 2D array. We have understood how to convert 1D array into a 3D array. Now let's just convert 2D array into 3D array. How can we do this? First of all, what is the number of values we have? What's the number of values we have here? No, total values I'm talking about. Total values. 10, right? So first of all, find the factors of 10. Okay. Find the factors of 10 in such a way that it should be multiplied thrice. Three values should be multiplied 3 values because we are supposed to convert into a 3D array. Okay. So first of all, let's say I have, okay, we have factors that is 2 into 5. Now, is there any value that we can multiply here so that we are getting the third factor? We are supposed to multiply it by 1 because we don't have any value because rest of the values are basically prime numbers, right? So factors of 10 is 2, 5, and 1. Basically, we are supposed to mix and match. And one more is 1, 1, 10. Can I use this also? Right. So these are the some of the factors. So to convert it, let us use the reshaped function. Is equal to x dot reshape. And let me use 2, 5, 1. And let me print the reshaped function. Sorry, reshaped array. Let's run it. Okay. So original array, you can see the dimension is 2. And now it is the dimension of 3. Correct. So 2 inner arrays, that is, you can see this is the one inner array. And this is the second inner array. And we have 5 rows each, but we have only one column. So you can see this is how you convert a 2D array into a 3D array. I hope everyone is able to understand how to convert 1D into 2D, 1D into 3D, and 2D into 3D. Now let's come back. Come back in the sense, let's convert a 2D array into 1D array. Okay, we'll take the same example. We'll take the same example. Well, paste it here. Okay, now let's change the question. That is, convert a 2D array into 1D array. Can anyone tell me in the chat box what I'm supposed to do here? See, to convert a 2D array into a 3D array, we have written the 3 factors. But now to convert 2D array to 1D array, can't I write directly as 10? Because we have 10 values, because only one factor is required here, right? So just mention reshaped is equal to, call the variable name, that is x, then x dot reshape, and directly give the value as 10. Now this will convert the values into a 1D array. So let me mention here, reshaped array is nothing but reshaped. And if I run it, you can see this was initially a 2D array. Now we have converted into a 1D array. Correct? So I hope everyone is able to understand how to convert 1D into 2D, 1D into 3D, 2D into 3D, and now we are coming back. That is 2D into 1D. If I had the question that is 3D into 1D array, how can we do this? Again, it's very simple. See how many values we have inside the 3D array. For example, if I take this, okay, we have, let's assume that this is our question. Now this is a 3D array. How to convert into a 1D array? So how many values we have here? 20, right? So directly give that 20 inside this reshape function. That's it. Okay, directly give the values inside this reshape function. Basically, it will convert a 3D array into a 1D array. Is that clear? Any doubts? Okay. Now let's move on to the very, very important term, that is accessing the array elements. Now this is very important because for the entire data science, we require this. Okay, for the entire data science, we require this. So kindly make sure you give a proper attention over here. Okay, accessing the array elements. Now we have basically 3 methods to do it. One is called as slicing, one is called as integer array indexing, and one more is called as a Boolean array indexing. So basically, we'll be using integer array indexing as well as the Boolean array indexing. But first of all, let us understand what do you mean by this slicing. See, first of all, we'll import NumPy. I'll send it. Abdul. Wait. Once we have completed the session, we'll send it. Array1 is equal to np dot array. I'll directly convert a list into an array. That is, let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, let's have a question where access only 2 from the given array. Okay, access only 2 from the given array. Now, in the list, we have learned that accessing elements is just like accessing any other values. For example, this one is, okay, tell me what is the index value of this one? What is this index value of this one? Yes, it is 0. Is anything that is, anything that is starting from the beginning will start from 0, then it is 1, then it is 2. Basically, it continues. So if I wanted to access 2, that is sitting in the position 1. So you are writing array 1 of 1. So if I run it, can you see we are getting the value as 2 here, right? So if I just mention a print statement, now we are getting the correct answer. Can you see we are getting the correct answer? That is 2. Now, if I had the same question where if you are supposed to access only 3 from the given array, what I'm supposed to do? It is array 1 of 2. Very simple. Let's run it. Okay. Now you're able to understand what we're trying to do here. Now what I'll do is I'll mention one more array. Okay. I'll mention one more array, but this will be a 2D array. Okay. So let me mention np.array and let me mention first square brackets and inside that 1, 2, 3, comma. Let's come to the next line. And here also one more bracket 4, 5, 6. So can I say this is a 2D array? Yes, because we have two rows and 3 columns. Now let's write here access only let's say 4. Okay, access, okay, forget 4, let's say 1. Okay, for time being, let's mention access only 1 from the given array. So first of all, can you tell me what I'm supposed to do? See, please understand this. First of all, you're writing the array, that is array 2. Okay, so slicing means first in the first square bracket. Okay, the first square bracket, you are writing the index value of the row. Okay, index value of the row. So in what is the row index of this 1, 2, 3? What is the row index of this 1, 2, 3? Yes, it is 0. So you're mentioning 0 and run it. Can you see the output? That is 1, 2, 3. Now from 1 to 3, we just want to access this 1. So open one more square bracket. Now we are accessing the column. Now which column I want? Whether I want the first, second, or third column. Obviously the first column, the index value is 0. So mention here 0 and run it. You're able to see I'm only getting the value as 1. If the question was find or access only let's say 3. Okay, access only, okay, forget 3. Let's say 5. Okay, access only 5 from the given array. Okay, access only 5 from the given array. What I'm supposed to do? Access only 5 from the given array. First of all, you're mentioning the row. Which is a row now? The row is 1, correct? So mention we have 1. Remove this first bracket, second bracket. Mention here 1. Run it, you're able to see 4, 5, 6. And now you're supposed to open one more bracket where you're providing the column. So it is in the position of 1. So you're mentioning 1 and 1. What if the question was access only 6? Quickly tell me. Quickly tell me what I'm supposed to do. 1, 2. Very good. 1 and 2. You can see I'm able to get the value as 6. Now this is the understanding of slicing. I hope everyone is able to understand what we have done here, right? Let's move on to the next one. That is the integer array indexing. So let me mention here integer array indexing. So what is the meaning of this? It is exactly the previous one. Okay, this is exactly the previous one. So let me just copy it, paste it. Now, if you ask me what is the difference? See, whenever you are accessing one row, okay, whenever it is a 1D array, then it is directly the same thing. That is array of 1. Okay, for example, if I had to access only 2, whenever we are having 1D array, it is exactly the same thing. But whenever we are having a 2D array, okay, whenever we are having a 2D array, I'm sorry, this is the question. Yes, whenever we are having the 2D array, now here comes the small change. What is the change is, this change is actually very, very simple. See here, we are printing, what is that, array 2, and we are accessing. So to access, you can see access only 1. So it is present in the first row, right? The index value is 0, so you are mentioning 0. But instead of going to the next bracket, what you're doing is, in the same bracket, you're mentioning a comma. Okay, and next we are providing the value for the column. Let's say I want the 0th column, that is 0. Once again, you can see I'm able to get the value as 1. So both are correct. Okay, both are correct, but the methods are different. That is, one is called as slicing and one more is called as the integer array indexing. Now most of the time we'll be using this integer array indexing rather than using the slicing, because we require 2 brackets over there. Okay, but both are same. Now if I had the same question where I'm supposed to access only 6 from the given array, what I'm supposed to do? Mention 1 and comma 2. That's it. 1, comma 2 and close it. You can see I'm able to get the value as 6. Now, if I had the question called as access only 2, access only 2. What I'm supposed to do? So first of all, you are accessing the first column, first row, that is the 0th index row, and then you are providing 1. That is the first column, right? So you're able to see, I'm able to get the correct answer. Is that clear? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay, let's move on to the last one, last method, basically called as a Boolean array indexing. Now, what is Boolean array indexing? Let's quickly understand. Let me write here, Boolean array indexing. Now, again, this is very, very, very important. So what I'll do is I'll quickly mention an array. Okay, so you can see, okay, first of all, tell me what is the dimension of this particular array? What is the dimension of this particular array? It is 2. Perfect. So it is a 2-dimensional array, correct? So if I have a question where you are supposed to extract only those values which are greater than 100. Okay, extract only those values where, extract only those values which is basically greater than 100. So what I'm supposed, okay, there is no values that is greater than 100. So let me mention, let's say 70. Okay, yes, extract only those values which is greater than 70. So what I'm supposed to do first of all, see, to do this, we are using a Boolean array indexing where you are writing a condition. So let me take a variable called as COND, that means condition. You're calling the array, that is ARR, then directly writing the condition. What is the condition? The array value should be greater than 70, right? Now, if I print this, print and, excuse me, if I say this, values that are greater than 70 are, and if you mention the condition, see the output. Okay, just see the output. Yes, are able to see, extract only those values which is greater than 70. Now, this is one of the print statement we have written. But for the next print statement, we have written values that are greater than 70. But we are not getting the actual values. We are getting the values in the form of true and false. That is the Boolean array indexing. But I don't want this true and false to be my output. Okay, I don't want my true and false to be output. Basically, I want to display those values. For example, you can see greater than 70 is 345. Here 76, 87. Now these are the values. So I want to print these values. So what I'm supposed to do? So see here properly. Now this is very important. See, listen properly, listen carefully. If I had to extract, let's say 43, can you tell me what I'm supposed to do? If I had to extract 43 from the array, what I'm supposed to do? First of all, it is the 0th row, correct? Comma, which is a column? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? So I'm mentioning 0, 4. So you can see I'm able to get the value as 43, right? Now, just like this, now if you remove whatever is there inside the square bracket, okay, remove whatever is there inside the square bracket and directly write the condition. Okay, condition is array value should be greater than 70. Now, what happens is, first of all, this will extract only those values which is greater than 70, right? Now, whenever it is extracted those values, we have outside one more array, right? Now, what this will do is this will only get those values which is basically greater than 70. But we have written this inside a condition. So can't I write my output as ARR square bracket, and inside that, if I put condition, let's see what will be my output. Can you see? We are getting only those values now, which is basically greater than 70. Now, what we have done basically, whatever is there inside the square bracket, that means it is accessing, right? So let me write here, square bracket is used to extract values from the array, right? So if I mention array of a condition, that means array of array greater than 70. That means only those values which is greater than 70 that is inside this condition. So if I access only if I access only if I access all the values of the array, basically that is satisfying this condition, then we are getting this output, that is 345, 76, 76, 87. Okay. So basically, you have to understand this. Okay, basically, you have to understand this. Whenever you're writing a condition, that condition should be there, but inside the bracket of the array. Is that clear? Inside the, okay, first of all, you're calling the array, right? You're calling, okay, let me just quickly clear it out. First of all, you're calling the array. Very simple. Okay, first of all, you're calling the array. So you're getting the entire array now. Now, from this entire array, I want, based on the condition, I want the output. Yes or no? This array should display only those values which is basically greater than 70. And that is present over here. That is condition. So I'm supposed to print only those values which is greater than 70, or basically I'm supposed to extract only those values based on the condition. So you are accessing based on the condition. Is that clear? You're accessing the array values based on the condition. That's it. So if you run it, you're able to get only those values which is basically greater than 70. Now is it clear? We'll do the same thing. We'll do the same thing. One more question. Okay. Now see this question. Again, we have some values which is basically the same values. Now we are supposed to extract only those values which are not divisible by 2, or basically extract odd numbers. Can anyone tell me, if I wanted to extract only odd numbers, what should be the condition first of all? Is it 2 mod equal to 0? Or whether it is array mod 2? Exactly, it is array mod 2, right? So condition should be equal to the array divided by 2, and the remainder what we get, it should be equal to 0. But my question is exactly those values which are not divisible by 2. Basically, we are supposed to get odd numbers. So we are supposed to write here not equal to 0. Yes or no? Array mod 2 that is not equal to 0. Then we are printing. First of all, we are calling the array. Yes or no? Then we are extracting the condition. Based on the condition, now we are getting the array. So let's run it. Can you see? We are getting only the odd values here now. Can you see? Based on the condition, we are extracting the array. So we are able to get only those odd numbers. Basically, where the remainder is not equal to 0. I hope this is very much clear. Okay. Now comes the very important part, where we are dealing with the data set. Okay. Now imagine this is our data set. First of all, let me just quickly brief you, and I'll be sharing the collab link. What you're supposed to do is open it, and obviously this will be uploaded over there. So you're supposed to copy this and paste it in your collaboratory that you have created in your system. Okay. Again, I'll repeat. This student report data set, you are supposed to do it by yourself. First of all, copy this entire thing and go back to your collaboratory and paste it over there. Okay. So first of all, quickly, let me just brief it. What is this particular data set? See, first of all, we have something called as student report data set. We have the import numpy as np. Basically, it is been used to import the numpy. And we have converted np.array, and we have converted the list directly into an array, where in the first column, we have student name. Okay. First column is representing the student name. And column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6 is representing the marks of that particular student. Is that clear? First column is student name, and we have 5 subject marks. Same thing, it is repeating till student 15, where student 15 is also having 5 subject marks. Okay. Now there is one special data type here. Now, data type is basically called as d type is equal to object. Now, what is this object data type? See, we have integer data type, yes or no? We have string data type, yes or no? We have something called as a Boolean data type. But whenever we require both the data types. For example, if I require both integer as well as string data type, mixed. Okay. So what I'm supposed to do? So in these case, we can make use of the object data type, where it can accept both integer data type as well as the string data type. Okay, that is the reason we are using d type is equal to object. That means both string value, you can see student 15 is the string value, and both string value as well as the integer value can be accepted by the array. Okay, so that's the reason we are using d type is equal to object. Now, even if you don't use this, automatically it will be assigned as dtype is equal to object. But for your understanding, I'm telling you what you mean by this dtype is equal to object. Okay. Yes. First thing that you're going to do is I'll be sharing the collab link to everyone. You are supposed to go to this collab link, copy the data set, and paste it in your collab as soon as possible. And you're giving a thumbs up once you're done with it. Kindly give a thumbs up once you're completed with it, where you have copied and pasted in your collab. Please be quick. Is it done? Yes, I want everyone. Be quick, everybody. Because okay, anymore, you have to be very quick, okay? Because whatever we are going to do anymore will be depending on the data set. Okay, this is the first data set I've given you, but anymore will be having data sets from the Excel. Okay, Excel file I'll be sending you, and you're supposed to download it and upload it to the Collabority, and then we are starting with the analysis. So everybody, anymore, I want everyone to be getting a laptop. If you don't have it, kindly arrange it. Otherwise, you'll never understand what you're trying to do here. Okay, please arrange a laptop if you don't have it right now. If you have it, it's well and good. Okay, kindly give a thumbs up once you have copied this and pasted in your collab. I want everyone to give a thumbs ups. In the chat box, I want the thumbs ups in the chat box. Whatever doubts are there, I'll be clearing it once we have completed the class. Yes, perfect, very good. So let us move on to the task number 1. Already have explained the data set. So let us quickly move on to the task number 1 according to this particular data set. So the task number 1 says that accessing all the names of the students. Okay, accessing all the names of the students. First of all, tell me what, I mean, in which column the student names are there? In which column the student names are there? Is it 1? It's 0, right? So it is present in the 0th column, right? But how many rows we require? How many rows we require? All the rows, basically. Can I say all the rows? Right? All 15 rows I want, and basically I just want the first column, yes or no? So to access it, now this is the very important term here, where you are first of all calling the students array. Okay, first of all calling the students array, and next you are accessing. So first thing that you're accessing is the rows, then you are giving the values for the columns, yes or no? So here I want all the rows, right? I want all the rows. So can I mention 0 colon 15? Yes or no? Is it 0 colon 15 or 0 colon 0 colon 14? Is it 0 colon 15 or 0 colon 14? No, it is actually 0 colon 15 only. Why? Because see here, it is starting from student 1, right? What is the index value of the student 1? What is the row index? It is 0, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, and basically if you keep on counting, you will end up at 14, right? You will end up at 14. So that is the reason one extra value I have given, so that it can extract that particular student 15 also, because n minus 1 once again. So if I run it, you can see, I'm sorry, students array. Do not, okay, I'm supposed to run this. So kindly make sure you run this. First of all, student report data set, then run this. Okay, can you see now we are getting all the values now, correct? That is 0 colon 15. Now after this, you are giving a comma. Now you are in the territory of columns, right? Now you are in the territory of columns. So which column I want now? I want the first column, that is index value is 0, correct? So mention 0 and run it. Can you see we are getting only the student names now, correct? But instead of doing this, that is 0 colon 15, we can also do something. What is that? We can also do something here. So I'll write that comment here. If we are accessing all the rows, just mention colon. This means it will start from the beginning and end at the last. Is that clear? So if you mention just the colon instead of mentioning 0 colon 15, if you just mention colon, what happens? It will start from the beginning and it will end at the last. So if I run it, you'll be getting the same answer. Okay. I hope this is very much clear. I hope everyone has understood how to access all the names of the students, right? Okay. Now let's just move on to the next question where you are supposed to access. Sorry. Yeah. Task number 2, you are supposed to find the average of subject 1. Now, whoever has understood this, can you just find me what is the average of subject 1? And whoever did not understand, I'll quickly again make you understand the first task. Okay. Accessing all the names of the students. So, accessing all the names of the students in the sense we are supposed to access only these student 1, student 2, not these marks. We are just supposed to access these student 1, student 2, right? So, which column it is? Can you tell me what is a column? Is it the 0th column, right? So first of all, what you're doing is you are accessing. Okay, first of all, you cannot mention the column directly. You are supposed to mention all rows first. So you told me that we are supposed to access the particular column that is the 0th column. But how many rows we require? How many rows we require? We require all the rows, correct? To get all the rows, what you can do is you can just mention the colon. That means you can see I have written here, if you're accessing all the rows, just mention colon. This means it will start from the beginning and end at the last. That means it will start at student 1 and it will end at student 15. So if I just mention colon and run it, you can see I'm getting everything. Now I don't want everything. I just want the first column. So give a comma. Now we are in the territory of columns. And now you're giving what? You're giving 0. That is the index value of the first column. So run it. Can you see we are able to get the values of the students? That is from student 1 to student 50. Now is it clear? Now is it clear to everyone? Kindly write yes if it is clear. Yes, perfect. Now, we'll move on to the next task where we are supposed to find the average of subject 1. Okay. First of all, can you tell me what are the, how many rows we require? How many rows we require? All the 15 rows, right? Subject 1 is here. Kindly make sure. Kindly see this. Subject 1 is this. It's not subject 1 is not this. Okay, subject 1 is this 59, 8, 7, 71. These are subject 1s. So we are accessing all the row values. So just mention a colon, comma. Now tell me what is a column? What is the index value of column? 1. Very good. So just mention 1. So you are in the position of column. That is the first index value. Now we are able to get the output as 59 to 11. Let's check. 59 is there. Perfect. And 11 is there. Perfect. Right? Now, let's put this inside, let's say sub 1. Okay. And let's come to the next line. We'll mention print average of subject 1 is, you can just call sub 1. Okay, you can just call sub 1 and you can make use of the mean function. Open and close bracket. So run it. You are able to get the output as 44.06. Okay, now this is one of the method. One more method is there where you can directly mention, let's say, I'll just copy this. Now this is one method, and one more method is, instead of sub 1 dot mean, you can make use of np dot mean, and inside the bracket you are supposed to give the sub 1. So both is correct. Okay, so both you can give the answers. Is that clear? Any doubts? I'll be giving you one particular example or one particular task. After this, we'll wind up the session. Okay, so you are supposed to, now you are supposed to tell me the answer. Okay, you're supposed to tell me this answer. That is, let's say 44.06 is there, right? Now you're supposed to tell me this answer. I don't want this subject 1, whatever code you have written. I don't want the code. I just want the output. Okay, so the question is this. Task number 3, find the average of subject 4. So quickly do it and tell me what is the output. Just the one thing you are supposed to change. find the average of subject 4. Satyateja, I'll come back to your doubt. Don't worry. Kurapati, I don't want the code. I just want the output. For example, output is 44.06, right? I want this output. Anyone? Is this the same thing? 44.06 we already got, right? Okay, 44.266. Anybody else with a different answer? Anybody else? 44.2666. Okay, let's see. Same method. So let's mention subject 4, SUB4 is equal to students array, students underscore array, and we are accessing all the rows, but we are accessing a particular column. Now, subject 4 is present in 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So you're just supposed to mention 4 here and check whether it is correct or not. So let us run sub 4. So 87 and 17. Let's see. Let's check. 87 and 17. Perfect. You're getting both the values. And now you are supposed to mention a print statement. Let's say print average of subject 4 is, and you can mention sub 4 dot mean function to get the output. So output is 44.26. So most of them who have written 44.26, which is very much clear. Okay, so that's it for today's class. Tomorrow's class, well, while we come to the next class, we are again doing some of the tasks that is pending from this particular data set. And also we are having more data sets that has to be completed within 2 to 3 classes. And once you're complete with that, we can move on to the pandas. Again, there also will be having more than 3 to 4 analysis. Once you're complete with that, only then we can move on to the machine learning. Okay, so that is the reason I want everyone, whatever we have done today's class is very important, how to access a particular value and how to put a particular function regarding to that particular, how to put a function once you have accessed the particular, what is that, output. Okay, yes. So that's it for today's class. If you have any kinds of doubt, kindly stay back in the meeting or else you're good to go. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night and we'll see you in next class.